Good morning. This morning we're meditating on Friday, the 6th week of Easter. And again, all this week and yesterday especially, we've been looking at that question, do I want to be saved? And we are then, if I want to be saved, I want others to be saved. And so God has asked me and you then to reveal his saving power. And we said yesterday, Paul dedicated his whole life to bring the message of God to others. Now, think if you and I spent more time trying to bring the message of Jesus Christ to our family, to our friends, even to our enemies, to let them know they're loved by God. Paul and you and I are asked to do that. And what we saw there that sometimes when Paul did that, he ended up in jail, didn't he? He ended up going to jail because he preached Jesus Christ. We said sometimes if you and I preach Jesus Christ, people may not put us in jail, but they may ostracize us, cut us off, say, here comes that person that talks about Jesus. Well, it's important, though, that they learn about Jesus. And so we see in the Scriptures so often, do not be afraid to proclaim my gospel to the world. Go on speaking. I am with you. God will never abandon us. Remember last Sunday, that was part of his last discourse before he goes back to the Father. I will not abandon you. I will send my Spirit into you so that you will be able to accomplish this. In the psalm refrain today, we read this: God is King of all the world. God is the King of all the world. He will always be with us. And so do we really recognize that God is King of the world? Do I want to be his servant like Jesus was? And God promises if I will serve him, that our lives will be turned to joy. That doesn't mean they're always going to be easy. There's not going to be any pain or suffering. Jesus on the cross, though, seemed to have some type of joy in his heart, didn't he? Because he knew he was doing the will of the Father. And that brings joy to our hearts. And so if we go out and say we want to believe in Jesus, we want to preach Jesus, even if we are persecuted, we know that God will walk with us. And in that experience, we find the joy of God.